Hey there, sleep lovers and science enthusiasts. Have you ever wondered what would happen if you just couldn't sleep? Not for a night, not for a week, but forever. Today we're diving into a rare and terrifying condition that does just that. It's called Fatal Familial Insomnia, or FFI for short. This genetic disorder turns the simple act of sleeping into an impossible task. Let's explore what causes it, how to spot it early, and what experts are doing to fight it. First, let's break down what FFI actually is. It's a genetic disorder that affects the brain, specifically the thalamus. This part of the brain helps control sleep and consciousness. In FFI, a tiny mistake in our genetic code causes big problems. The culprit? A gene called PRNP. When this gene is faulty, it creates misfolded proteins in the brain. These proteins, called prions, build up and damage brain cells. Over time, this damage makes it impossible to sleep. Now you might be wondering, how do people get FFI? Well, it's all in the family. FFI is passed down from parent to child. If one parent has the faulty gene, their child has a 50-50 chance of inheriting it. It's like flipping a coin, but with much higher stakes. Let's talk about the early signs of FFI. At first they might seem like ordinary sleep problems. You might have trouble falling asleep or staying asleep. But as time goes on, things get worse. You might start sweating a lot or notice your heart racing for no reason. Some people feel anxious or paranoid. Others might see things that aren't there. These symptoms often show up when people are in their 30s to 60s. As FFI progresses, it follows 4 main stages. Stage 1 lasts about 4 months. Sleep gets worse and worse. People might have panic attacks or develop strange fears. In stage 2, which lasts about 5 months, hallucinations start. Sleep becomes even harder to come by. Stage 3 is where things get really tough. People lose the ability to sleep entirely. They become confused and have trouble thinking clearly. The final stage involves severe dementia and loss of muscle control. Sadly, most people with FFI only live for 12 to 18 months after symptoms start. But there's hope on the horizon. Scientists and doctors are working hard to understand FFI better. One important tool is genetic testing. If FFI runs in your family, you can get tested to see if you have the faulty gene. This information can help you make important decisions about your future. While there's no cure for FFI yet, researchers are exploring new treatments. Some are looking at ways to stop the prion proteins from misfolding. Others are trying to help the brain get rid of harmful proteins more effectively. These treatments are still in the early stages, but they offer a glimmer of hope. Let's hear from some experts in the field. Dr. Michael Geschwind, a neurologist who specializes in prion diseases, says,
"Because FFI is so rare, many clinicians may not recognize it when they see it, especially in the early stages. Increased education about the disease is critical to ensuring that patients get the care they need, including genetic counseling and support."
He points out that many doctors might not recognize FFI when they see it. This is because it's so rare. Dr. Christopher Winter, a sleep medicine specialist, sees a bigger picture. He adds,
"Understanding how prions affect the brain and sleep mechanisms may offer new insights into more common neurodegenerative disorders, such as Alzheimer's disease, which also involves protein misfolding."
He thinks studying FFI could help us understand other brain diseases too. Conditions like Alzheimer's also involve misfolded proteins. By learning more about FI, we might find new ways to treat these more common diseases. Research into fatal familial insomnia is challenging, but scientists are making progress. New tools in genetics and molecular biology are opening up new possibilities. Some researchers are even looking at using gene editing technologies like CRISPR. The goal? To fix the faulty gene that causes FFI. While this is still far from reality, it shows how far science has come. For now, doctors focus on helping people with FFI manage their symptoms. This might involve medications to help with sleep or anxiety. Psychological support is also important for both patients and their families. Living with FFI is incredibly difficult, and emotional support can make a big difference. As we wrap up, let's remember that FFI, while rare, sheds light on how important sleep is. It reminds us that sleep isn't just a luxury, it's essential for life itself. By studying conditions like FFI, we learn more about how our brains work. This knowledge could lead to breakthroughs in treating all kinds of sleep and brain disorders. So, there you have it, the story of fatal familial insomnia. It's a stark reminder of how precious sleep is and how much we still have to learn about our brains. If you found this video interesting, please give it a like and share it with others. If you have any questions about FFI or sleep disorders, leave them in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more fascinating medical mysteries and scientific discoveries. Until next time, sleep well and stay curious.